in this video, I would like to just talk about the types of talaqs in Islam. It is only for, out of interest. It may not be a question in the exam and all, but you should know, because a lot of misinformation about that. Any talaq is not a triple talaq. Okay, there are misuse of this provisions of divorce, but let us see. Most of the things are normal, common, which nobody can question. So let me just talk about the types of talaq, which is prevalent in Islam. See, there are three types of talaq by the husband. One is called the most acceptable way, and the I will say the equal, or rather where justice is involved, is called talaq-e-ahsan. So this is, I am not an expert in the Muslim personal law, but as a layman's understanding, I would like to explain. A Muslim brethren who listen to this class, and if there is some error or anything, please forgive me. But this is my understanding. I have what I learned and I studied, and through my whatever little research I have done, what I have understood. So you please take, and even the pronunciation, because many of them are Arabic terms, Urdu terms, pronunciation may not be correct. So please forgive me. So it's called talaq-e-ahsan. That is the first one. That is the most proper form of talaq. Most proper. This is where the husband expresses divorce, saying that I have divorced the person, okay, during a period of tur. Tur means that is when the wife is not menstruating, the intermenstrual time, in between, not the menstrual time, during the tur time, and he has to wait till the iddat period is over. So you can pronounce this talaq during the in between the menstrual cycle, and also you have to wait for the iddat period. See, iddat period means it's normally a 3 months time will be given. You have to, the talaq will be enforceable only after the 3 months period. So the iddat period for a woman who has been divorced by husband is usually 3 months, and during this time she cannot marry another man. And if before the completion of iddat, that means after pronouncing this talaq, 3 months time will be there. If the husband and wife start cohabiting once again, I have retained the divorce is revoked. And in case a woman is pregnant, the iddat period lasts until she gives birth. So the waiting period for a woman after menopause is 3 months. Okay, if it is after menopause, it is for 3 months. So that means you can, through talaq-e-ahsan, this is where you can pronounce the talaq, and then you have to wait for 3 months. And during that 3 months, you can always, there can be rapprochement, and you can come back. And after the iddat is over, and the talaq will come into force. Then there is another form of talaq that is called talaq-e-hasan. Talaq-e-hasan. This is, it's not the 100% proper, I mean, no, most proper nahi hai, it is just proper. It is a proper form of talaq. In this form of talaq, where the husband in 3 successive tours, that means in 3, when the woman is not menstruating, I mean during one intermenstrual period you gave talaq, then again in the next round also you gave, and in the 3 successive tur period, if he gives talaq, 3 times he said talaq. In case of a non-menstruating woman, the pronouncement may be made after the interval of a month or 30 days between the successive pronouncement. That means you have to give talaq after every 30 days. So this month you gave talaq, pronounce the talaq, you say I am going to divorce you, then again after 1 month, then again another month. So that means 3 successive talaqs with a gap of 30 days each. This is called talaq-e-hasan. And again, this form of talaq also can be revoked any time before the 3rd pronouncement, but between each pronouncement a period of around 30 days. Then the 3rd one is the talaq-e-biddat. That is the instantaneous talaq. Talaq-e-biddat, which is called irrevocable divorce in one sitting. If it is given, that is called, in this form of talaq also, 3 pronouncements can be made during a single tur. within the same intermenstrual time. And it is an instantaneous talaq, which is a violation of it. And there are other forms also of talaq or other divorce in Islam. So these are not the three. There is another one called ila and also zihar. So the other ways in which husband can divorce a wife is ila and zihar. In ila, the husband takes an oath not to have sexual intercourse with his wife. In this case, the husband does not cohabit with his wife for a period of 4 months. And after the expiry of 4 months, the marriage is dissolved. No intercourse with wife for 4 months, and they will take a vow and he will declare, and this is called ila. And in zihar, the husband compares his wife with a woman within his prohibited relationship, like mother or sister. In this case, the wife can approach the court of law also. Anyway, so these are the type of divorces given by the husband in Islam. Also, the divorce can be given by wife also. Wife can give a talaq called talaq a tawfiz. Talaq a tawfiz. That is where a delegated divorce. The husband can give the power to delegate the power. If the husband levels false charges of chastity or adultery against his wife, then this amount to character assassination. Sorry, that is a different one. So this talaq is a delegated divorce. Then there is another talaq by women called li'an. In li'an, if the husband levels false charges of unchastity or adultery against the wife, then this amounts to character assassination, and the wife has got the right to ask for divorce. This practice is called li'an. So these are some of them, and also there are mutual divorce called mubarat and khula. Okay, mutually agreed mubarat and khula. These are mutual divorce. See, anyway, I am not getting into the details of that. So in talaq, it is pronounced by men or husbands against the wife. One is the most proper is talaq e ahsan, where after iddat period, after 3 months, the divorce will come into force. Within that 3 months, you can come back. Then talaq e hasan, there you can pronounce 3 talaqs, but with a gap of almost 30 days during every tur period, during every intermenstrual cycle. And the talaq e biddat is declared unconstitutional by Supreme Court in 2017. So that is how the differences are there. This is just for your for information and interest, so that a lot of misinformation about other communities are there among us. So have some idea. This will be useful for you, so that many of these wrong notion about other communities can be avoided. That is why this particular video, there may not be any particular question on these things. Okay, please don't worry about that, but be aware. If you know something, at least you will not speak nonsense, and you will not speak unnecessarily, or you will not have wrong ideas about other communities. So that's about these different types of talaqs.